All right. We got a best of 5 today between Hyderr and Lasa. Got to get a couple things adjusted here. Just one moment. Get this bottom line turned off. Sound bites are off. That's one I did not forget, Puff. That's one I did not forget. Hyderr is going to strike first. He puts one on the board. Now, both of these players have played on the stream. And I will say, I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think either of these guys were fortunate enough to make main event this season. Or, I'm sorry, that's very wrong. Hyderr, what I meant to say is Lasa, unfortunately, did not make main event. Hyderr, on the other hand, was a regular in the main event with Belly Goal, Hyderr, Temper, and Speed. We have, we've talked about that team plenty throughout the season. Ooh, unfortunately, Hyderr with a big miss there. He pinged it off the post. But Lasa played for a team called Petancos, and they were, I think, 17th to 24th. More times than not. So they were very close, pretty regularly for RLCS. Had a solid squad. And it's tough because I know these players, ultimately they are... Hyderr with a nice flip reset is going to get a second. They're not satisfied with getting close to main event. They want to get into main event. But, it's obviously very tough to do so. There's a lot of good teams, a lot of good players at this point in RL esports. And so I'm sure they're not satisfied, but a season where you are consistently one round off of, top 16, it's not too bad. It's not too shabby. Hopefully it's something that they can, as individual players, or if the roster chooses to stick, they can build upon that for the following season. Hyderr, no reset there, but he has Lasa flat-footed, so he puts in the air roll shot to the top shelf. .3-0 lead for Hyderr. Whoa! Another one. 4 goals for Hyderr. Lasa having a tough go for the time being. Hyderr able to keep that shot out as well. Drive challenge for Hyderr allows him to take over possession. A big early challenge for Lasa. He's got 0 boost in the tank. But he will keep this locked in the blue side. Narrow angle to work with, but he makes it happen. Lasa gets his first. How old are these players? I think both around 18, 19. Let me take a look. Oh, actually, Hyderr is 21. And Lasa is 20. And I'm actually glad you asked, because that will prompt a new discussion here. We've got this historically throughout Rocket League. Emerging talent has been very young. I think there's a few reasons for that. One, I think Rocket League is just as a core game, it is going to appeal to a generally younger crowd. Of course, it doesn't mean that you can't be interested in it if you're a little bit older, but there's no killing, right? There's no guns, there's no blood. I'm sure there are... Oh, Hyderr, unfortunate own goal there. I'm sure there are plenty of children that are allowed to play Rocket League that are not allowed to play other games, right? So it's just, naturally going to skew a little bit younger. But I also think in the professional world, part of what has kept, younger players... oh, no, not my game freezing. I don't know why it did that. The players are fine. We should be good now. But I think there's a couple things feeding into it. One, and most importantly, it was the incentive. So you got to think about when you're 13 to 18 years old, right? You're 13 to 18 years old. You don't really need much of an incentive because you're not paying bills. You know, you're at school. Life is, for the most part, you know, kind of handled for you, at least for most people. And I know that there are exceptions. But a lot of the young ones live with mom and dad, and so many of their responsibilities relative to an adult, 20 plus, are, they're not there. The young ones don't have those things to be concerned about, which I think provides them a little bit more like mental freedom to invest time into the game. And then, of course, the incentive, the part that I'm talking about is as the financial incentive increases for esports, as professional esports becomes a more and more legitimate option as a career, players will continue to pursue professional gaming longer, which will steadily and gradually increase the average age of the competitors. So while we've had, historically, we've always had this kind of narrative of like, once you're 20, you're washed. Or like I saw just the other day, we've seen Edgeby a lot on the stream, right? Edgeby has certainly been improving, doing his thing in the 1v1 arena. I think he is 19 or just recently turned 20. And people were making comments to him like it's too late. It's too late for you to have any dream of, being a super high-level pro. Which is just, in my opinion, it's just not correct. I think the thing that stops players from playing is they, have been competing for a while and lose their drive, which is another thing that is remedied by large incentive. The reason professional athletes play as long as they can is because they make bukus of dollars. So even if they are maybe not enjoying it as much as they did when they were younger or when they first started, there's still an incentive to continue to, continue to pursue, continue to try to play. There's also, a typical narrative of reaction time, which I think is ignorant to completely ignore. But here's what I think. I don't think reaction time is a big piece of the I don't think it's a big impact until maybe late 20s or early 30s, maybe. And I actually don't really think that would be a problem either, because there are plenty of traditional sports athletes that are still competing well into their 30s. I think the thing that we've seen is, life changes as you hit your early 20s. You become adult, and you're not willing to spend all time gaming. You're not willing to work on the gaming schedule. A lot of these pros give up their nights and weekends. And that's, it's hard to begin adulthood, begin a family. It's hard to do those things if you don't have nights and weekends. And, of course, if the money's not right, then obviously they will go pursue a different job. So that's my take on it. Now, one further detail is, notice I said players will compete longer. So all of you that are 30 plus in the chat hoping to pick up Rocket League and go pro, I don't have much faith in you. Sorry to ruin your dream and burst your bubble. But we do know that we learn faster and we absorb information quicker when we're young. So these players, when they pick it up at 15 and they are still top level pro at 25, into their, 29, 30 even, that to me makes sense. Someone picking the game up at 30, I don't know about that. So apologies to any individuals that maybe got their hopes up. I don't think you got it in you. But a player like Zen, over the next 10 years, I just would not be surprised if the money's right and he's still got the drive for it. I would not be surprised to see Zen compete until 25, 26, 28. I just wouldn't be surprised. All right, let me refocus. I've been yapping for a while. I apologize. That's an interesting topic to me because I feel like we have a lot of preconceived notions or these ideas that we've accepted as like, it's a young man's game, a young person's game, reaction time, and I don't really buy into that. So that's my take on the age thing for esports. All right, we've got game 1 going to Hyderr in a pretty confident fashion, but game 2, Lasa has definitely turned things around here. He's got a 5-3 lead. We're closing in on the halfway point, and I think a big part of this, while I've been yapping, I've been paying attention here. Lasa has made big adjustments on the kickoff game. Not only has he neutralized any advantage that Hyderr may have had in game 1, he's been earning himself possessions, which is resulting in good opportunities to attack. That would have been a pretty sweet psycho were he able to get enough power on that to score. Either way, it was a good clear. Lasa's heading down to the blue end again. This time, no boost. Shot's going to be weak. Now he's got to hustle back for defense. Flip reset, wave dash catch by Hyderr. Not enough to outplay. Whoa! Missed touch there. Oh, look at that. Perfectly timed flick. Lasa able to punish the aggression from Hyderr, who stayed forward, really wanted to try to keep this attack ongoing. Stole that corner boost. Maybe thought Lasa didn't have much in the tank, but Lasa had done well to retain about 30 or 40 boosts. Obviously enough for a good flick. Now he's got a 3-goal lead. Hyderr only a minute 15 to play with. No reset, but the fake is effective. He goes underneath the challenge for a 4th. Hyderr looking for the near post. Lasa does have it covered. Booming clear. Hyderr hoping to just grab some space for that corner boost. Lasa, a precarious position here. He's going to have to hustle back. Hyderr with possession, setting up a hook shot. He fakes it, goes for the flick. Can't get it past Lasa. Does get the demo, but I don't know if he's going to be able to score. Especially not early enough to give himself time for another one. The delayed pre-flip flick, not going to work out. So Lasa equalizes in the series. 1-1. Some 30-plus-year-old show matches. There's not too many high-level, really high-level 30-plus-year-olds. Karma would be a good show match. I think she's just turned 30 or is turning 30. Good setup from Hyderr. Has the reset. Eventually works it across the goal line for the first goal of Game 3. Hyderr with boost and space. Goes for the ball carry. Early flick to the far side. Easily collected by Lasa, who does kind of lose control there in the corner, but a quick recovery allows him to remain in a good position defensively. Lasa, a little bit of boost in the tank. Fires a shot to the near post, top shelf. But a 0 boost save from Hyderr keeps the score locked at 1-0. Now Hyderr on the other side. Has the reset, goes for the catch. Oh! Accidentally clears his own shot. Bounced off the crossbar and down. Knocked off Hyder's car and rolls away, but he does get the air roll shot after an extended press. Pinch save off the crossbar from Lasa and an open net. I think that's wide. It's going to be an awkward bounce. Oh, he can't get it on target. That's a frustrating one to miss out on, and now Hyder's going to turn it into a scoring opportunity the other direction. Oof, this is... Earlier I was talking about 2v2s relative to 1v1s, and that right there is a great example. You are so quickly punished for the slightest mistake in 1v1. Potentially another opportunity for Hyderr. He collects, slams it home. He's got a fourth. 2 minutes to play. Lots of time on the clock. Lasa up high. Oh, air dribble is good. He's got it up over the top of Hyderr, who swung very wide. I don't know why Hyderr swung so wide as he decided to turn his back and play some shadow defense. Another wide swing. This time Hyderr is able to make the save. Lasa continues to pressure. He's got all the boosts. Hyderr, 24 in the tank. Early flick. Not many other options. Now he's bumped Lasa off the play, and he'll collect. This is a tough first touch, so he's just going to stay behind the ball, see if he can absorb a 50. Goal line composure from Hyderr. He's got the double reset working. It's in! Hyderr, after a strong stand on defense, gets that initial flip reset, pre-flips into another, and slams it home. Wow. very narrow margin for error. Lasa lifts that just up over the top of Hyderr. And after it bounces down off the crossbar, finds the far side. Squeeze it in. Lasa may have a chance here, especially if he can put this one home. Not enough power on it. Hyderr will sweep it to the corner. And that save probably secured the game for him. He's got the flip reset. No contact. But I don't think it will matter. Hyderr will move forward to match point. He's got 12 seconds to play and a 3-goal deficit. Lasa may put one more in. He does. Four. Can Hyderr finish it up here, or will Lasa push us to game 5? Let's find out. Hyderr with a touch around the defender. Lasa, he's got time to recover. Stay goal side. So we're still at 0. Lasa gets a demo. And a great first touch, actually. He didn't like the setup, so he peeled out of it, and it proved to be the correct choice. Hyderr sails past the ball, and Lasa taps in his first. Demo from Hyderr. He's earned himself some space. He's got a hook shot, bounce dribble, and he drills it to the top right. And here's the thing, all right? Obviously, these players are very impressive. We see the single resets, the double resets, the double touches. But this right here, good old-fashioned clang bang. We can all do that. Get you a nice bounce dribble, hook out to the side, slam it home. Uh-oh, Lasa flips right past the ball. It's going to give Hyderr an open look. And the flip reset is good. Hyderr up over the top for a second. Okay, very valid. We can all do that, but maybe not with that quality or consistency. That is true. I cannot dispute that. The good news is it doesn't need to be that quality because our GC1 opponents are much worse defenders than Lasa. Great shot. Speaking of good defense from Lasa, that ball was 50% in. He made the save. Hyderr retains possession. He's got another reset. Tries to lift it up over the top, but Lasa just holds strong on the goal line. Ceiling pinch attempt. No good. See what Hyderr chooses to do. Ball carry. Keeping it low and slow, trying to bait out a poor touch from Lasa, and that's exactly what he gets. We're almost at the halfway mark, and Lighter. Oh my gosh. I just combined their names. Hyderr has a 3-1 lead. Another big save from Lasa. Oh, that's a clean flick. Hyderr, the delay flick. He pulls the nose to the right side of it. And flicks back to the left side. Finds that top left shelf. just behind Lasa. No boost in the tank. We got one save for Hyderr. See if he can grab a singular pad. He's unable to do so, and obviously Lasa will eventually knock one home. 2:11 on the clock. Yeah, I see some folks here in the chat talking about Hyderr and his possession. He's definitely done a great job of maintaining possession, finding these extended offensive presses, excuse me. I think one of the things that's helping him do that is the variety that he's throwing at Lasa. We've seen a ball carry, we've seen a bounce dribble, we've seen hook shots, we've seen aerial play. We've seen those pot shots, just grabbing boosts, swinging from corner to corner, throwing it up high. He's not one-dimensional in his attack. He's got Lasa guessing. 1:44 to play. 3-goal lead for Hyderr. Double reset. Shot is on target, but Lasa's good for the save. Has a read on it. Knows exactly where Hyder's going to shoot it. So he will counter. Now, back within 2. Bang. Huge clear from Hyderr. And I'm not sure if it was completely in, but Lasa is going to go ahead and force it home. Again, mixing it up. More times than not, players are going to maintain possession there and try an aerial play off that left wall. What does Hyderr do? He mixes it up, slams a big clear. But Lasa refuses to go quietly. He's got a 4th. It's a big mistake in the corner. It's a very ambitious press. Lasa just didn't have many options from that spot with Hyderr in a good defensive position. Tried to force something out of nothing and ended up conceding a 7th goal. And now the lead has extended to 3. And the time has dwindled away. We only got 30 seconds left. Lasa's got to make it happen quick. Another bounce dribble. Hook shot, power shot to the top right corner. Hyderr has been extremely effective in attack today. One final stand for Hyderr. Lasa up off the left wall, has a reset, double reset. Can't get the shot on target. And that will almost certainly do it for the series and game number 4. That shot's off target. Hyderr looks for the pre-flip clear. No good. We'll see if either player has one final press. Hyderr. Musty flick, flip reset, double touch is blocked away. GG's. Hyderr takes the series in 4.